Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and without saying a word, steal all the attention? It's like time pauses for a moment and the air around them becomes heavier, more intense. They don't ask for respect, they radiate respect. They don't demand attention, they attract it effortlessly. It's not about looks, it's not about status, it's about presence. An invisible but undeniable force. And here's the raw, direct, and maybe uncomfortable truth. Being treated like a king isn't about luck. It's about habit. It has nothing to do with being born privileged. It has everything to do with decision, a daily, consistent decision in how you behave, how you carry yourself, and how you see yourself. In this video, you'll discover 3 powerful habits that will completely change the way people perceive you, and more importantly, how they treat you. Pay close attention, because these are the keys that silently open doors. They work like an invisible code. Once you start practicing them, the world responds. People come closer, doors open, opportunities appear. And all of it happens without you ever begging for recognition, because those who live like kings never beg for validation. Let's dive into the first habit and get ready to see yourself in a new way. Before any words come out of your mouth, your body already said everything it needed to say. The question is, what is it saying right now? Is it showing confidence or insecurity? Is it communicating command or submission? Body language is your silent business card, your invisible introduction, the first impression you never get a second chance to make. Here's the secret. Your posture is your throne. When you walk into a place, walk in like someone who knows they have value. Stand tall, spine aligned, shoulders open but relaxed, chin parallel to the ground, no looking down. Make eye contact, but not in an aggressive way. Look with calm, with certainty, like someone who knows exactly who they are. Your steps, firm, controlled, no rush. Rushing is a symptom of anxiety. Those who command time walk slowly. Those who know they're kings don't run to prove anything. Even your breathing matters. Breathe slowly, deeply, show that you're in control. A calm body projects dominance. An anxious body reveals weakness. The greatest leaders in the world don't shout. They don't need to. Their authority is felt before their first word. Because true kings don't try to convince. They simply are. And when you adopt this kind of body language, the world starts responding differently. But this is just the beginning. Because it's not enough to look like a leader. You need to act like one. Now that your body speaks the language of power, the next step is to act like someone who leads. And no, leadership has nothing to do with titles or positions. The world is full of bosses that no one respects. But it's also full of everyday people who inspire others simply by the way they live. You need to understand this. Posture only works when it's backed by attitude. And that's where the second habit comes in. Real leadership isn't about giving orders. It's about taking responsibility, even when no one asks you to. It's about being the first to take action when everyone else is still waiting. People don't follow those who yell. They follow those who solve problems. The ones who see a mess and clean it up. The ones who don't wait for permission to be useful, to be needed, to make a difference. Understand this. The world is full of spectators, people who watch, comment, criticize, but don't act. What we lack are protagonists, people who take the lead, even without a script. You want respect? Then stop waiting for instructions. Be the one who builds the path. Scared? Go scared. Because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite fear. Real leaders don't hide behind excuses. They show up. They step forward. They face things, even when it's uncomfortable. And believe me, people around you will notice. They'll start trusting you, following your ideas, looking to you in moments of crisis. Not because you asked, but because you chose to be the one who steps up, And once you start behaving like a leader, respect becomes automatic. But hold up, there's one final ingredient. Because it's useless to look confident, act like a leader, and still hide from your own power. It's time to talk about what separates kings from everyone else. Boldness. You want respect? Then stop hiding behind a watered-down version of yourself. Stop pretending to be less just to make others comfortable. Stop holding back your opinions just to avoid tension. Stop trying to fit into molds that were never made for you. Boldness is not about arrogance. It's not about being loud for no reason. It's about living in truth. It's about having the courage to be who you are, even if it bothers some people. It's about saying what needs to be said without offending, but also without silencing yourself. It's about owning your choices, your ideas, your worldview. Boldness demands respect because it shows that you're not here to be accepted. You're here to be real. And there's nothing more magnetic than someone who lives with integrity. You won't please everyone, and that's perfect. Because when you try to please everyone, you lose respect for yourself. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs people bold enough to live authentically. And when you combine presence, leadership, and boldness, you become someone impossible to ignore. Someone who inspires, someone who leads, someone who commands. And here's the final truth, painful, but freeing. No one will treat you like a king if you keep acting like a servant of fear, doubt, and insecurity. The respect you want starts with how you carry yourself, how you act, and how you show up in the world. Adopt these 3 habits. Make them part of who you are: posture, leadership, boldness. These are the 3 keys that change everything. They don't require money. They don't require status. They only require a decision. And from today on, that decision is yours. Change this, and the world will change how it responds to you. Opportunities will change. Doors will open. People will see you differently because you started seeing yourself differently. If this video made sense to you, hit the like button now. Comment below, "I choose to act like a king." Share this with someone who needs to hear this message, because the world needs more leaders with soul. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Here, we don't build followers. We awaken kings, and your throne is waiting for you. We're in this together.